Okay, so let's get right into it. Have you ever been talking to a customer service chatbot and it feels like you're just talking to a wall? But then you ask your phone's AI assistant to plan a whole trip for you, and boom, it's done. What is the real difference there? Well, the answer is this huge shift happening in AI right now, a move toward what we call agents. Today, we're going to break down exactly what they are and, why they're about to change pretty much everything.
Right, so this is the perfect way to picture the two worlds of AI we're living in. On one hand, you've got the rigid, kind of limited AI that gets totally confused if you step outside the script. But on the other, you have this flexible, really intelligent AI that can handle complex, multi-step stuff without breaking a sweat. And that gap, well, that's what we're diving into today, the massive leap from just programmed AI to truly autonomous agents. So first up, let's talk about the old guard, what we can call traditional AI. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a train. It's super powerful, it's really efficient, but it can only go where the tracks have already been laid. It's built for one specific journey, and it cannot deviate from that path, not even a little bit. At its heart, traditional AI, or rule-based AI, is designed to follow a set of instructions, and it follows them perfectly. It's fantastic in environments where nothing really changes. Think about your email's spam filter. It uses a bunch of predefined rules to figure out what's junk and what's not. Or a system that calculates a credit score. It's just following a fixed checklist of financial criteria. This process is super simple, right? Input, rules, output. And that simplicity is both its greatest strength and its biggest, most glaring weakness. It's incredibly reliable, for sure, but the second you give it a problem that's even slightly outside of its programming, it just gets stuck. It's completely inflexible. All right, so now let's meet the new wave, AI agents. And if traditional AI is that train on a fixed track, then an AI agent is more like an autonomous, all-terrain explorer. You don't hand it a detailed map, you just give it a destination, a mission, and the tools it needs to figure out the best path for itself, no matter what kind of terrain it runs into. And here's the more official take on it. It's an autonomous program that doesn't just sit there waiting for your next command. It actually perceives what's going on around it, it learns from new information as it comes in, and then it takes action, all on its own, to get to a specific goal. The three key words you got to remember here are perceive, learn, and act.
Now, this is really important to get. An agent is so much more than just a big AI model. You can think of the large language model, the LLM, as its brain. That's what gives it reasoning and language skills. But that brain is powered by these other critical skills. The ability to actually plan out complex tasks, a memory so it can learn from its past experiences, and the ability to use external tools, like searching the web or writing and running code.
So, now that we kind of have a feel for both traditional AI and these new AI agents, let's put them head to head. This is where you can really see the difference pop, and you start to appreciate what a massive leap forward these agents really are. First, let's talk about autonomy. Traditional AI has almost none. It needs a human in the loop, constantly telling it what to do next. An AI agent, on the other hand, is highly autonomous. You can give it a really high-level goal, something like, hey, find me the best flight deals for a trip to Tokyo sometime next month, and it can just go and do it all by itself. Next up is learning. A traditional AI system is basically static. Its abilities are frozen in time, and they're not going to get any better unless a person manually reprograms it. An AI agent, though, is built from the ground up for continuous learning. It actually uses its experiences, both the things that worked and the things that didn't, to get smarter and refine its approach over time. And this all leads to what is maybe the biggest difference of all, adaptability. A traditional AI is brittle. If the world around it changes, or if it sees a problem it wasn't explicitly programmed for, its performance just tanks. But an agent? An agent is built for change. It's always interacting with its surroundings, so it can skillfully adapt to new situations on the fly. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the theory, which is cool, but what does this all actually look like in the real world? Well, it turns out AI agents are already making a huge impact across all sorts of different fields. This isn't science fiction anymore. This is stuff that's happening right now. Just take a look at this chart. It kind of maps out all the different areas where agents are making waves. You can see we're seeing this massive growth happening everywhere, from automating really complex business processes all the way to deploying entire teams of agents that can work together to solve a problem. It's pretty wild. And the specific examples are just incredible.
In gaming, there's an agent called Voyager that literally learns how to explore and master the huge open world of Minecraft all by itself. In science, you have ChemCrow, which can autonomously design and then run actual chemistry experiments. For coders, there's GPT Engineer, which can write an entire application from just a single sentence. And in finance, agents are spotting complex fraud patterns in milliseconds, something that would take a whole team of human analysts hours or even days to do.
So when you see all this powerful stuff, the next logical question is, how? How in the world are developers actually building these incredibly complex, autonomous systems? What's going on under the hood? Well, the good news is they're not starting from absolute scratch. They use these really powerful frameworks. It's like having different toolkits for different jobs. A developer might grab LangChain if they need a versatile, all-purpose toolkit. But for a project that needs a specialized team, like a researcher agent that feeds info to a writer agent, they'd probably use something like CrewAI. And if they want to build a whole digital organization of agents that all talk to each other, they'd turn to AutoGen. And this whole idea of building with these frameworks, it really points to something much, much bigger. This revolution isn't just about making better tech. It's about a fundamental change in our relationship with technology. We're talking about a shift from just using tools to actually working with teammates. And that has some profound implications for the future of, well, everything. And that really brings us to the final thought here. The big leap that we're all witnessing isn't just about going from program tools to slightly smarter tools. It is a massive leap from using passive software to working side by side with autonomous teammates. This promises to totally redefine what's possible, augmenting our own intelligence to tackle challenges we could never solve before. Which leaves us all with one really critical question to think about. Are we ready to collaborate?